Well, seriously, what the fuck did Hassan send him that made him feel so compelled? Hassan sent him, it was a picture of a shock collar next to like $100,000 cash that says, "See, you know what I want you to say. Now say it, my piker."
Dan Clancy. This motherfucker pisses me off. But do you have anything to say before I go on my rant?
I have insider knowledge. Someone who met him in person says he smells how he looks. He smells like cigarettes.
I have some beliefs and opinions about gay or trans people or something like that. I don't know.
Damn. He looks like Tectone if he grew out his beard.
Yes, he does. Hello, everybody. Welcome to part 2 of the Gutverse tier list. I'm sure you guys have already seen part 1 by the time this video is going to go live, because Alex the Fiction will have part 1 available on his channel. But in case you haven't, this is where we left off, and I should show a visual of where Alex the Fiction left off in his tier list, because we have, I would say for the most part, very similar tier lists, but we have a couple of differences because of our knowledge based on the Gutverse. But Alex, you want to say anything?
Yeah, hello everyone. In case you have not watched part 1, or if you're just coming into this blindly, my name is Alex Fiction. I run H3 themed podcast where I talk to various guests within the H3 universe. I also do fitness/react streams Tuesdays and Thursday each week, and I have a variety of music stream each Sunday. So I'm very happy and grateful to be working with Icon on this Gutverse tier list. I'm a big Papa Gut fan as well.
Hell yes, we love to see it. So if you remember last time, we left off with a bunch of interesting picks here, but we're gonna move on. It should be Sam Cedar on your end, right? That should be our next pick.
I left Charlie Kirkland in the position of people still available to pick from. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put him anywhere, but I think we ultimately decided on worse than my internet issues. Was that right?
That's kind of where I put him at, because it would feel weird to put him in Love Sovereign, but I also have to acknowledge that Charlie Kirk wasn't a good person when he was alive. I know a lot of people tend to like whitewash his death.
Damn, what a horrible and weird one to leave it off on, but let's just chug along here.
Fair enough. No, but yeah. Anyway, so Sam Cedar, my knowledge is that Sam Cedar is an actor, to my knowledge, but he's also appeared on H3 a couple times, because like him and Ethan debated on Israel-Palestine, and then Sam Cedar kind of got exposed to like Hassan's audience as well, and like he's sort of somewhat captured by Hassan's audience. Is that correct, Alex?
I think what happened was the people around Sam Cedar, very, very big Hassan fans. So I think they have been influencing Sam Cedar. But up until, October 7th, and then people shitting on Ethan for being so supposedly pro-genocide, I think everyone was a big fan of Sam Cedar, at least in the H3 community. Yeah.
I mean, like, listen, I think my interpretation of Sam Cedar is, I think he means well. Papa Gut reacted to his Jubilee debate, and he, like, slam dunked pretty much everybody in that Jubilee debate. He was, like, sharp, but then the moment he went on the H3 podcast, suddenly he was just like, like, he was being very careful with, like, his wording, because he was scared he was gonna be scared that he was gonna say the wrong thing, or else he'll get canceled.
Mm-hmm. But ultimately, no, in regards to that, Sam Cedar, he's a seasoned debater. So the fact that Ethan was even holding his own at all, I think was very impressive for Ethan.
Very impressive, but you could tell Sam Cedar was so fucking scared to like say the wrong thing for his audience. I would say Sam Cedar, I might take or leave him into 2026. I don't think he's an egregious person. I think he means well. But, he had his moments with Ethan, we'll say. I don't think he's a horrible person or anything.
Yeah, me neither. I'll agree with you there. I'll put him in pretty much the same tier as well.
Yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. Oh, Brett Cooper. Oh my god. Do you know who Brett Cooper is? You're familiar with her?
Actually, my tier list is a little jacked up. So I have a lady with long hair, and then
that's Brett Cooper. Yeah, the one in the white shirt with the brown hair with the earrings.
Yeah, that's a lady?
That's her. Yeah, that's Brett Cooper.
Oh, but Brett Cooper, this is such a masculine name. Hopefully this isn't like I'm not being super offensive right now with the name. Her name is Brett Cooper.
Yeah, she is. She's a right-wing commentator online. Like, she's a right-wing content creator. And there's people in Papa Gut's chat that say I can fix her. There's so many people.
I mean, she's pretty hot. I gotta say, I just looked her up. She is very attractive.
She's my age. Yeah, she's my age. She's like 23.
Oh, what? I didn't even know you were 23. I thought you were.
Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I just turned 24 like a couple weeks ago. I keep forgetting.
Happy birthday, man! Congratulations. She's very young.
Thank you. I appreciated it. How old are you, Alex? If you don't mind me
28.
asking. Oh my God, 28. Oh my gosh. Wow. Such a young guy.
What did you think before that?
I honestly thought you were around my age.
Okay.
Like 24-ish.
Gotcha. I still feel that way. That's for sure.
Anyways, Brett Cooper, she's a little disingenuous. I know she's been infighting with the right a lot more because the right's been infighting politically more. Papa Gut reacted to her. I mean, she recently had a baby, God bless, but I don't know. I would say she's probably worth an angry quote retweet. She's not like egregious, but she's definitely a bit like ill-informed at times. So I say she's worth an angry quote retweet. You can put her in Forgot You Existed if you're not that informed on her.
She still has plenty of time. She's not. Since on sex, she's irredeemable. Hopefully, she can rise up the ranks within the upcoming years.
Yeah.
She looks just like someone from that we talked about earlier. I'm gonna send you. They're probably siblings. I'm gonna send you them. Send you a screenshot of what they look like.
She looks like. Is it the Is it one that I put in Forgot You Existed? Is it the? Let me see.
I already sent it to you.
Oh, it's Rosanna Pansino, the one.
Yeah, they look like. She looked like her mom, or maybe they're sisters.
Oh my God, that's so funny. All right, next up, we've got Brad Palumbo. So, I don't know, this is another political commentator. Now, my extent of knowing Brad Palumbo is actually one of Papa Gut's viewers, Z-King, knows him a little better. And I think the reason why is because Brad Palumbo, he's like a libertarian that, like, is right-leaning. But he's also, like, a gay guy as well. So, like, I actually, like, think that he's very obtuse and he has a lot of bad takes, but I also feel like, how did he get to this position? Because the political party that you sympathize with a little more is trying to take away your rights. So I just don't understand, like, how you get to that point.
It's always interesting seeing, right-wing, people in the LGBT community. Because they must agree with the political, or at least the right-leaning issue, so much so that, they forego any LGBTQ policies of the left.
Yeah, I think that, like, Brad Palumbo just heavily downplays, like, the right trying to take away gay rights. He's like, oh, it's not going to be that big of a deal and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, it definitely is. Politicians don't really like you whatsoever. So, I don't know. I think he means well, but he can be very obtuse with some of the takes he has. So, he's probably, he's just another worth an angry quote retweet for me.
Gotcha. I don't know nothing about this dude, but besides his name, Brad Palumbo sounds like it'd be a supervillain whose superpower is he throws balloons at you.
Honestly, kind of based. I feel like that would be. He would throw gay pride or pop gay pride balloons or something.
Oh, like the full of rainbows. Angry rainbows.
Angry rainbows. I don't know, man. I always have hope that maybe one day he'll open his eyes, but who knows? I don't think he's an inherently bad person, just a bit misguided. That's all. Gotcha. Next up is Sam Hyde. Easy love Sabra.
Is he Jewish? Let me double check.
No, definitely not. Sam Hyde hates Jewish people.
I know he does, but you can never be too careful. Is Sam Hyde Jewish?
I gotta say, I think it's very stupid that Asmongold said that, like, he would love to see Ethan do a content cop with Sam Hyde featuring him against iDubbbz. No, I'm not even kidding.
That would just look terrible to do anything with Sam Hyde.
That's what I'm saying. But, like, Asmongold was like, it would be like Half-Life 3 coming out. It would be the best thing ever. And I'm just like, that's like
dork.
That's like the most lame. It's like the most terminally online take ever.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
No,
but, yeah,
but like
I will say though, I have seen some clips of him online, and my favorite is when he says, "Hassan Piker, I'm going to kill you."
That was so funny.
In the ring? No, in real life.
It was so fucking. He was obviously like trolling. That's like the only time I'll actually laugh at Sam Hyde. But he's an abysmal human being. Otherwise, like he's a legitimate white supremacist. So
sure, yeah, you could be a horrible person and be funny. Let's not forget that.
I guess, but I mean, it's tough to give charity to Sam Hyde, aside from, I guess, the Hassan Piker clip. But yeah, I mean, Asmongold overvalidates, like, everything he says. We'll get to Asmongold later in the list, but, like, still, it's Sam Hyde, like, what can you say? He's just, like...
So, he has a very devout following of people online. My buddy, Captain Quasar, he has 1K subs. I think he even had at less at the time. He was doing a research live stream about Sam Hyde, and there was tons of people that just found this live stream out of nowhere. They were all Sam Hyde fans, and they were disliking and talking shit in the chat. So that was just wild. So easy view machine right there, probably. So
probably easy views. Content. I know iDubbbz did a documentary on him that's now deleted, and that's why him and Sam Hyde have tons of beef, like, to today, because, I don't know, I thought it was, like, an okay documentary that iDubbbz did. I didn't really mind iDubbbz's documentary series. It was before he made the I Miss the Old iDubbbz video where he apologized and disavowed all his old content.
I hate to give Sam Hyde even more props or anything, but what he did to iDubbbz was pretty crazy. It was like iDubbbz's life fell apart. Like, that was the moment iDubbbz's life started to fall apart. It was when he trolled him during the documentary. It's
absolutely mental. All right, next guy is okay, this guy is interesting. The extent I barely watched Papa Guts live when he talked about this, but I think to the extent of my knowledge is this guy was like running huge Russian propaganda disinformation things, and like he was getting interviewed by I don't know who he was getting interviewed by, but he was like running a lot of Russian propaganda, and he was like running disinformation campaigns for Russia.
Yeah, I know a little bit about Phidias. He has a seat in parliament on behalf of his country, Cyprus. And yes, everything you said was true about him slinging Russian propaganda, which sucks because people were really, cheering him on to become, the representative of his country as he was running. He did not speak anything about pro-Russia propaganda at all before he got his seat. But once he did, they must have got to him. They must have paid him out, or maybe he's just that fucking stupid that he's just slinging this information for them for free. Because he was a Mr. Beast clone. That's what he was known for. So he's a YouTuber who has a seat in Parliament. So that was like his main thing. Now he just looks like a freaking idiot.
First this guy falls under a fucking Russia pipeline, and now Mr. Beast is building places in fucking Saudi Arabia. The whitewashing is crazy.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. My take on Russia is like, it's basically like, I don't know, the government sucks. I'm sure the civilians are like good people and everything, but like the government is terrible in Russia. It's awful. And not to mention, like, in Russian culture, it's like very normalized in Russian culture to like beat your kids and stuff. But that's been around for like centuries, for generations in Russia, like where they like normalize abuse to their children, and they're like, well, it built character. That's my best Russian impression. But
well, yeah, that's obviously terrible. But we're barely getting out of that. I mean, and still in many states in the U.S., that's still pretty much normal.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of boomers raising their children like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
so we're still trying to not get out of our old ways in that regard. That's unfortunate that they in Russia it's normalized. Apparently in the UK or like in Western European countries, for the most part, it's been like super outlawed for a long time.
Yeah, definitely. I think what I'm gonna do is rank this guy. He's probably like a trip to Universal. Disinformation is just bad in general. I don't know if it's good to rank him among all the others. But disinformation about Russia is bad. I think he's like a trip to Universal. He's kind of a clown.
Yeah, I'd put them there too. You pretty much hit the nail on the head with him.
Okay, next up is... Oh, not this motherfucker. I was literally reacting to a video about this guy last night. Andrew Wilson from the Whatever podcast. This guy is a loser.
Extremely, probably one of the most insecure people on the internet too.
Yeah, he's like a fucking red-pilled Christian guy who's like... The most recent clip with him was he was losing a debate with this woman, and then he had to, because like the woman brought up like about the woman that he was dating, or I guess is with, how she had children from like 2 other guys, and then he got like super insecure about it. He was like, "Shut your stupid bitch mouth," and he called her the slur for lesbians that I can't repeat here, but that's what he called her. Yeah.
Why am I not surprised? that's so in his wheelhouse. I made a parody of his stupid ass show where I actually invited women on my podcast to actually lift them up, and they were all sex workers, and I talked about them. I learned about their stories, and we shit on men together, and we had a good time.
Good time.
Yeah, he should take some notes from me, to be honest.
Maybe. But I imagine he's going to keep living in his dumb fucking victim complex where he thinks he's superior. But there's a clip of him going around where he can't even open a pickle jar, and then some other guy mogged on him by opening the pickle jar.
Oh yeah, I saw that was good.
That's so funny. I'm tempted to put him in Love Sabra. He also, by the way, another thing, Papa Gut reacted to a clip of him earlier this year where he literally ran defense for sexual assault. He's like, do you think there's a chance that a woman who gets sexually assaulted could actually enjoy it? That's the question he asked, by the way. So.
What? Oh
yeah, I'm not even kidding. That's like a question that he asked. Do you think there's a chance they could enjoy it? Like, okay.
That's not a question worth discussing.
Yeah, I think Love Sabra seems pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, with that context in mind, that's an easy one for me.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Oh, this woman, she's like a MAGA TikToker that like claims to not be MAGA, but then she went to the Charlie Kirk Memorial, which turned into a MAGA rally, and basically she got exposed for being like that, and then she lost a lot of followers who were more left-leaning, and then she, I guess, got a ton of more followers that were conservative-leaning, and now she's, like, conservative audience capture. That's basically her story for this woman.
Okay. Doesn't sound very compelling or interesting to me, so I'm glad I didn't, watch any of that coverage.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, she's probably worth an angry quote retweet. She's, like, not that interesting.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh,
all
God,
right.
Tactical Templar.
The White Knight. The White Knight of the people.
Jesus Christ.
I have no idea who that is.
So, this guy's name is Tactical Templar. I've reacted to his content on the channel a couple times. So has Papa Gut. I actually was the one that suggested it to Papa Gut.
Oh, cool.
This guy is a religious grifter. I reacted to his video about Zoran Mamdani, and I'm not even kidding. In his entire video, Zoran Mamdani is bad because he's Muslim. I'm not even kidding. That was his narrative. So this guy is incredibly racist. He thinks that transgender people are an abomination, even though he's religious and, it's canonic Bible lore that, like, you believe that we're all born from, like, incest and stuff, so that's great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's just a typical religious grifter, and he kind of infights with his own side a little bit, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Bit of a lolcow. I would say he's probably in Love Sabra or worse than my internet issues, at least.
That sounds pretty good. I'll defer to you on that. I'm gonna put him in Forgot You because I had no idea who this man is.
Fair enough. He just Love Sabra. Fuck it. Like, this guy gives, like, some really disgusting... Like, his narrative about Mamdani was really disgusting. I laughed at him for it because it's fucking funny that he, like, another human being would think... Like, listen, you could criticize Mamdani for a bunch of things. Like, you may not know how he acts under pressure when he actually gets inaugurated as the mayor of New York City, which is the city I live in. So, like, there's probably things, like, legitimate things you can criticize Mamdani for, but him being Muslim, like, he came into the country legally. Like, what are you talking about? But then he's like, Mamdani's a foreigner, and that's bad. Oh, okay. Great.
What are his specific issues with trans people?
Well, he's religious, and so he just runs, like, the typical narrative that, like, oh, they're an abomination, they're creatures, you can't, validate their mental illness or whatever. He says stuff like that, basically. He thinks
I
that
love Papa Gut's argument that if you're willing to believe that there's an old white guy living in the clouds, it shouldn't be too much of a stretch to believe someone was born identifying as different gender in their body.
I mean, it's the magical apple curse that he believes in. He believes in the magical apple curse. He believes that... like in canonic Bible lore, in the Genesis chapter, there's two angels that were disguised as humans that came down from heaven and then were, like, gang raped by Abraham, in Genesis. So, yeah, cool. That's canonic Bible lore. Apparently that's more sane than being trans, I guess, so.
Right.
Anyway, Cutie Cinderella.
Oh,
I'll let you have this.
Miss Chestnuts herself. Honestly, like, when it comes to... we just seen, like, little clips of her here and there, but I will say it is super hypocritical to, still be mad at Ethan for the whole Chestnuts controversies while being cool with the person that generated the AI, or not generated, but watched and was caught watching the AI porn in the first place. And to still be associated with those kinds of people, I think, it just doesn't make sense. It's just very, very much a hypocrite just on that alone. I feel like I'm just forgetting other stuff that she's involved in with Aisha besides the Chestnut stuff. Of course, very close friends with Hassan.
Yeah.
She hosts
has a podcast with them.
The gamer. Yeah. The streamer awards, I believe. The Streamies.
Yep.
Is that her?
Yep.
I mean, that's all fine. I don't see too many. Who cares? It's just her friends holding an awards show. But they do. I hate how they make it advertised like they're representative of the entire Twitch Twitch sphere, not just their sphere of influence. Not a big fan of that. But besides that, you know, I can't tell you many more egregious things about her.
Yeah, I mean, my opinion of Cutie Cinderella is, and she also closely relates to Vanilla Mace, who's up next, but she recently got into some drama with Vanilla Mace because she, I guess, talked about how her father is, like, transphobic, and a lot of transphobic people we're getting now on the list, but she talks about, like, her father being, like, transphobic and how her brother, I think, is, like, transgender. This is to my recollection because it's already been, like, a little bit since the drama.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she has a family member who's transgender, and the father just doesn't see it that way. And so she tries to, like, I guess, still say, like, hey, I still support my father even though he's transgender because he's still part of, like, family, but I, like, really wish he wouldn't do that to the family, or I wish he would respect their pronouns. But, yeah, I mean, it's, like, it was a bit of a nuanced conversation, and Vanilla Mace kind of, like, I don't know, she kind of just, like, came at it with, like, not as much nuance, but she's kind of, like, performative when she talks about things anyways.
Yeah, she probably saw the chatters were mad on their live. She's like, oh no, I gotta say something. I gotta steer the ship in a whole different direction here.
Yeah, we'll talk about Vanilla Mace when we get to her, but Cutie Cinderella, I would say my only criticism of her is that she kind of is a little bit performative at times. Like, sometimes she'll go...
Totally. I have some certain information about her. I mean, she was criticizing Twitch for their lack of security at TwitchCon, you know, rightfully so. But, you know, behind the scenes, who knows? Maybe she was still supporting of them. Who knows?
Who fucking knows? But I think that, like, Cutie Cinderella, like, especially when she goes on stream to, like, cry, like, during the whole AI deepfake stuff, like, you didn't need to go on stream to, like, cry in front of everybody. That's, like, come on, all right? Like, obviously, it's gross. You're allowed to feel disgusted by that sort of thing. I think that's valid. But, like, starting up your stream and then crying is, like, a little bit, like... And same for, like, the recent Streamer Wars thing where she got stressed out by the Streamer Wars, so she went on stream to cry performatively. It's like, okay, girl... Come on, like, get it together. Like, I might take or leave her in 2026. I don't think she's an egregious person, but she's just, like, a bit performative. So that's where I put her in.
I gotta say, I disagree slightly with her crying on stream being as performative, because I've cried on camera several times.
Sure.
And that was all 100% legit. So I feel like, you know, it's totally... I don't doubt it. I know you and Papa Gut, you're like, oh, she's totally performative in that. And I'm not in her shoes, not in her situation. I feel like it could have been totally possible for her to be at that point of crying because of it. I mean, I also see your perspective too. It could also be performative, but I would give her the benefit of the doubt on that one. It's not a big deal either way to me personally.
That's why I don't think she's like a horrible person. That's why I say I might take or leave her into 2026. That's where I put her at.
Right on.
Next up is Vanilla Mace. Now, this person I think is very opportunistic and a lot. She just strikes me as like a very audience captured person that is like super toxic in like the far left spaces that are toxic. Listen, I'm a left-leaning person. I don't have a problem with a lot of left-leaning policies, but like she's like so far left to the point where it's like very toxic, and she's like audience captured, and like she's kind of like in that same realm as Hassan is. So
she just seems like kind of an asshole too, because I remember one time some of the employees at Titty Fresh were fans of hers. They wanted to reach out to her, not Hila directly. Could have been totally like just non-Jewish, non-Israeli people that are just fans of hers who wanted to reach and say, hey, we're big fans of yours. Would you be okay if we send you some Teddy Fresh? And then she went on stream and said, fuck Teddy Fresh, you know, and then she just was being exceptionally mean to them, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just so, like, weird. I think she's worth a trip. She's like a trip to Universal. That's where I'd put her at. Honestly.
Yeah, I'll put her there too. Fair enough.
All right, Ludwig, aka Cutie Cinderella's boyfriend.
Or so Hassan's piker, as Cameron F305 likes to call him.
True. Yeah, Fun fact, my very first video on the channel was about Ludwig, where he pretty much had the whole controversy with Mango earlier this year, where he was pretty much he was not being responsible when it came to Mango having an alcohol problem and like drinking so much alcohol to the point where he started like sexually harassing tons of women at that party, and like Ludwig was definitely partly responsible for that because he was not. So
even besides the whole, you know, Mango being like, you know, way too drunk, that's not cool content. That's fucking lame and stupid and just really lame frat boy behavior to begin with. Like,
100%. I agree.
Why the fuck is that even content in the first place?
True.
Again, it's just like probably like the biggest frat boy on this tier list.
Absolutely, I agree. I would say he's probably worse than my internet issues. And also, before I put him there, actually, let's not forget the whole shot colorgate stuff that happened with Hassan, right? Ludwig said, oh, it was definitely a shot color, but then he got backlash. Right? Like, for once, Ludwig actually took a fucking stand on something. He actually had a take on something, and then when he got backlash and heat from Hassan's audience, he, like, backed away and was like, I said it was a shot color. That doesn't mean that I think he used that shot color at all. Doesn't mean I think that he actually shocked the dog. Okay, Ludwig. All right.
Wait, so he on stream he's all like, okay guys, I'm not gonna cave into Hassan this time. He's not gonna give me a magical phone call, and then like the next day, guys, I got the magical text this time. He did not shock his dog. I have 100% verifiable proof days after the event that the shock color.
He caved into pressure. He caved into pressure again. He was a total coward about it. So I think
No, seriously, what the fuck did Hassan send him that made him feel so compelled?
I don't know. He's like the mafia, I guess.
Hassan sent him. It was a picture of a shock collar next to like $100,000 cash that says, "Say, you know what I want you to say. Now say it, my piker, my dog."
I think he's worse than my internet issues. I feel comfortable putting him there. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll put him there too. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, it's just like very like obviously he's not like the same tier as all the other people, but it's like he's been involved in degenerate shit and he's such a coward about it. I don't know who this next guy is. I gotta be honest. Do you know him? Because I don't.
Oh, that's me with shaved face and without glasses.
He kind of looks like Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, he does. He does. Yeah,
he kind of does. I really.
He's evil Glenn.
Evil Glenn. Okay, great stuff. I do not remember who this was. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna put him in Forgot You Existed, unless you want to say something.
No. I have no idea who this guy is.
Yeah, all right. I forgot he existed, so that's where he's going.
Cool.
Amaranth. Okay, Amaranth is, well, she's many things, we'll say. Yeah. A lot of people, I think, back when I first heard of Amaranth, a lot of people just referred to her as, like, a typical titty streamer. But now, like, she's kind of, I think she's a little more nuanced than that, 100%. Like, she's, like, I feel like I don't know. Like, do you know anything about her? Do you want to take it away?
No, not much besides her titty streams and, you know, some of the content that she sells. She did follow along with, like, selling farts in a jar trend. That was her. She did that too, which is pretty cool. I would do that too if I looked like Amaranth.
Oh, wait a minute. I just realized the guy we put in Forgot You Exist, I think that's her husband.
Oh shit! The guy.
I think that's her husband.
His abuser. Oh
no! Wait a minute. Okay, I don't know what happened with the abuse story. I heard that there was like something more to the abuse story. I heard that like it wound up not being real, or maybe it was, or it wasn't as like it seemed. I don't fucking know. Apparently there was like more to the abuse story. I'm not gonna have an opinion on it because I don't know anything about it. So
part of it was, if you remember, she went on a live stream and she was crying. And she wanted to record some of her partner at the time just being a total asshole to her and saying that I'm gonna fucking kill your dog or something like that. It was really insane shit that the guy on the other line was saying.
It's kind of ironic because at TwitchCon this year, I don't know if you saw it, but Amaranth and her husband literally cosplayed as Hassan and Kaya doing the dog shocking thing, the Colorgate stuff, which is
pretty iconic. That was
very ironic. I would say, I don't know. I mean, based on what I've seen, it seems like they were in like a bit of a toxic marriage, but I guess they're still married now. So did they like solve it? I don't know what the deal is. She's not out of it. I have no idea what happens. I don't know much about her husband. I'm going to say Forgot You Existed because I still don't know the full story of it. If anybody knows the full story of it, leave it in the comments below. But for Amaranth, I think I'd play at the arcade with her. I actually think she's cool. I fuck with Amaranth.
I would love to play at the arcade with Amaranth. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, sure. I'd play at the arcade with her. I think she's cool. I fuck with her. Destiny.
But before we go on, Amaranth does have. I don't remember specifically what she does have some crazy takes about certain things. I don't remember what they are, but just a little caveat there. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, fair enough. Maybe she does. Next up is Destiny. Okay. I don't think Destiny is a particularly good person. I will say it can be entertaining to see his debates, but even with that, I can't ignore the fact that Destiny is just involved in degenerate controversy, like almost always.
So, you know, people always criticize Ethan of working closely with Destiny, but as a big A3 fan, I don't know fucking jack shit about Destiny besides the stuff that, you know, we know against our wills. Oh, also, funny enough, I get when I post pictures of myself online. Sometimes people think I look like Destiny, even though he hasn't worn glasses like I do in years.
I don't agree with that at all. I've seen you. You look nothing like Destiny.
I'll show you pictures of comments. I swear I get that a lot.
That's crazy. Earlier this year, it was the fucking non-consensually sharing Pixies nudes and other people's nudes, which is, like, fucking inexcusable. You're in your 30s. Like, what are you doing, my guy? Then it was, like, before that, it was, like, a bunch of other shit where he would have, like, Mr. Girl come on, who's, like, a self-admitted pedophile. Then he had, like... I don't know. Then it was, like, the whole CSAM stuff that happened earlier this year that, like, Ethan, like, kind of made takes on. So it's like, I remember that day specifically, it being tough to be, like, pretty much a fan of any content creator that day. Because, like, Ethan was being a little bit petty that day, and then Destiny was obviously arguing in bad faith, too. So he wasn't much better than Ethan. And now it's, like, hard to even say whether the CSAM stuff was true. I'm just going to put him in Love Sabra. I don't even feel like hurting my brain with it. Like, why am I even thinking about this?
That's just a safe spot. I mean, he's just not a good person. Come on.
It's just, like, Destiny is involved in so many controversy. His audience is, like, some of the, like, the most toxic motherfuckers I've ever seen my entire life. Anytime Papa Gut talks about Destiny, he always gets those, like, weird DGGers in chat that just, like, say the dumbest shit ever. And it hurts my fucking brain. So goodbye. Love Sabra, I'm calling it a day.
His fans are insane.
Yeah. Absolutely. Asmongold probably loves Sabra too, to be honest with you.
No, we actually can't put him there because he's actually Jewish.
Is Asmongold actually Jewish?
I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up just to be sure.
There's no way. Is he actually Jewish? That's crazy because, like, if Asmongold's Jewish, why would he associate or, like, over-validate Sam Hyde and Nick Fuentes, who are legitimate white supremacists that hate Jewish people? That doesn't make sense to me. That's crazy. If that's true.
Jewish. It's not Jewish? Oh
I didn't think so. I mean, even if he was, that would be extra disappointing, and not because he's Jewish. Now, don't get it twisted. It's because he's
okay.
He overvalidates.
I stand corrected. That was a bit, maybe even a bit racist of mine because his last name is Gold. He has Tourette's.
Okay.
I swear I thought that was. I swear I fucking thought I heard that somewhere.
Oh my god, Alex the Fiction, you're canceled. Goodbye. No, I'm just kidding.
Love Sabra then.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think Asmongold is a particularly good person. I don't think Asmongold is, like, on the same... I will give him the benefit of the doubt. He's not, like, fucking Epstein or, like, Destiny or whatever. Like, he hasn't done anything with kids, to my knowledge. But,
All right, I forget what those guys are on there.
Yeah. But, like, Asmongold's politics are fucking terrible. Like, Asmongold has, like, some of the worst takes ever. Like, even though, he says that we should bomb, like, he agrees with the bombing of the Venezuelan boats, even though that's not, like, proportionate. He agrees with Trump doing that. He also, like, says that, like, illegal immigrants come into the country because they intentionally try to dismantle the U.S. government. He, like, over-validates Sam Hyde and Nick Fuentes. He constantly regurgitates right-wing talking points and tries to hide behind that, oh, I'm just an enlightened centrist, like, I'm just a centrist that hides behind this plausible deniability. Like, Asmongold, like, he's just not a good person. Like, he has had a lot of bad takes. He regurgitates right-wing talking points, and I just don't know what else to say. Like, he's just not good.
You know, it's funny, like, I was hanging out with someone who self-identifies as a centrist, too, and he says he's a huge fan of Asmongold. And I've seen a few of Asmongold clips, and, it's very hit or miss if it's, like, entertaining or not. And I hate that he always gets recommended to me on YouTube, too. But, yeah.
I mean, he just... Yeah, he's brain broken. Like, I feel like he just forgets what he says 15 seconds because he constantly contradicts himself. He has takes that makes himself feel good, and it's... Like, you can say that... People could claim that Asmongold's a centrist, but he's a fucking right-wing dick sucker. Like, I don't care what anyone says. He's, like, absolutely right-wing.
Sure.
Anyways, Tectone. Great. More degeneracy. Tectone is just a huge clown. I know he had some allegations earlier this year of alleged sexual assault, which it didn't seem to be real. Some people were saying that he, like, abused his girlfriend. It didn't really seem like that was the case. It seemed like that it was a bit of a toxic relationship. But even with all of that in mind, Tectone just says slurs on Twitter for attention. Like, I remember during the Hassan Colorgate stuff, he literally retweeted Hassan's tweet saying, disgusting fucking F-slur. That's what he called him. So, Tectone just says a lot of slurs on Twitter for attention. He says slurs on Twitch, and then he's like, oh, why did I get banned? I got banned for 2 weeks because I called Frogan the R-word or whatever. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I wonder why, Tectone. Jeez. I don't think he's Love Sabra tier, but he's pathetic, so worse than my internet issues for sure.
To me, he's very much in the same vein as like Asmongold in terms of like, you know, sometimes I see his clips pop up and they're actually not very entertaining at all. So I don't even know how this guy even has an audience. I don't think he's very interesting, or he just does the same kind of React content that Asmongold does, it seems like, right?
Yeah, and I remember watching his video about TwitchCon, and the part that, like, like, he tries to come off as, like, a tough guy who's, like, angry and real, but I just laugh at him because he comes across like a cartoon villain. It's just so funny, and he's like, Twitch has suppressed a lot of my buddies of mine, such as Asmongold, Nuxtaku, just to name a few, and like, oh, okay. Yeah, alright.
Yeah, and the only thing I know is like the stuff you already said, where Papa Gut says he just gets attention. He wants attention by saying slurs on Twitter. I haven't actually seen those myself. I'm just gonna put him in. Forgot you existed, because he's just of no one on my radar.
Yeah, I think he's worse than my internet issues, so I'd put him there. But that's perfect. Yeah. DJ Academics. Oh, this, I know why he's on here. It's because Papa Gut covered a controversy earlier this year, where DJ Academics was not great. Now, I do think people were a little bit annoying about it. Basically, the basis of his controversy is he was on, like, a Discord VC, and I guess he was playing Fortnite. He's in his, like, 30s for context. He was playing Fortnite with a bunch of other guys. One of the guys was, like, a 15-year-old, right? And then he was making a lot of, like, inappropriate jokes around the 15-year-old. So he was, like, saying, you know, would you fuck this girl or whatever? You know, would you, like, do that to this girl, to, like, a 15-year-old? I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, come on.
Did he know how old he was?
Yes, he did. He did.
God.
Now, I will admit, like, if you look at the controversy, he wasn't doing it to try to, like, wear down his boundaries to try to, like, sexually exploit him.
Sure, yeah.
So,
I mean, we all played video games when we were, like, teenager, younger. When I was 13, the shit guys would say to me was fucking crazy.
Yeah, same. I used to play in, like, CSGO, so, like, a lot of, like, guys, like, I was, like, 15 years old, and I would hear guys talk about, like, weird shit all the time. I'm not, like, traumatized from it, but, like, it is what it is.
You know, the only difference is, you know, I wasn't streaming any of it.
Yeah. So, like, I think DJ Academics, like, that, what he did was not good. Just, like, straight up. But also, I'm not going to say that he's, like, on the same tier as, like, Epstein or whatever. Like, I think that's very stupid to say. People did get, like, a little bit annoying about that. Like, I don't think he's, like, a groomer. He's just very, like, it's just gross stuff. I would say...
And if you're streaming that, or if you're a content creator, you have to be hyper aware of, you know, how that stuff's gonna look.
So, like, hopefully he doesn't do that shit anymore. I don't know what he does outside of that. He kind of seems like a bit of a weird person, but I don't know if I'd put him in Love Star. I don't even know if I'd put him in Worse Than My Internet Issues. He's like a trip to Universal. That's where I'm going to put him.
Yeah, I'll put him there too. But the one thing that I know of him from the H universe, he's a big Drake fan. And he's very known for saying his top 5 artists are Drake. And then there's a hard cut to him falling asleep listening to the new Drake album because it was so boring.
Oh my god. But, like, fucking Drake is, like, also a very weird person. Like, he's involved in, like, kick spaces, and he's also had his own allegations of grooming, which kind of seem a little bit more credible, to be honest. Like, those are very weird. Nothing, like, explicit has popped up yet, but he's very weird. I mean, just listen to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, and that's everything you need to know.
Right. Oh, and during that whole beef of the raps going back and forth, since he was like pretty much Drake's representative, it was really funny seeing him melt down at how good Kendrick was doing during that whole time.
Oh my
so those reactions are really good. They would be worth going back to take a look at, because
probably
it's funny stuff.
Mizkif, easy Love Sabra. This guy's horrible. He sucks.
So he abused his partner. Oh yeah. That's Emeru, right?
Yes. He is the abuser of Emeru. He has allegedly sexually assaulted her, but I mean that's pretty. Like, I don't think Emeru has lied at all, and Mizkif is a known liar, and she's like, Emeru's been pretty credible with a lot of the shit that she says. So he sexually assaulted her. He also allegedly sexually assaulted another woman who was drunk, and she kind of just, like, caved in, which is very gross. So Mizkif's, like, a repeat offender. Apparently there's more survivors of him that haven't came forward yet. I don't think that this guy cares about people's boundaries. Though recently I reacted to a clip of him where he has a new girlfriend and he got her pregnant. So I guess he became a father 1 month after his allegations. I just don't think he's a particularly good person. I think he's gross, and I just
that is just terrible timing. Let me tell you.
Yeah, awful. So yeah, love Sabra is where I'm putting him.
Yeah, I feel more than comfortable putting him there.
Yeah. Emeru.
Oh, really quick before we move on,
Oh,
the
yeah,
only
yeah,
thing I
sure.
know besides from Mizkif, the only other time I've we've interacted with him in the H3 space was he drank. There's a famous clip of him drinking Ethan's flavor of gamer subs, and him look very confused, but also very intrigued. He kept drinking it and was very confused, and then ultimately he said, "You know what? It's really good." And then they soundbited it, and for I feel like 2 years they used that soundbite when they were advertising for gamer subs. But I'm pretty sure that's out of their repertoire catalog for soundbites now since then.
The one criticism I'd give to Ethan, and this is not like any hate, I'm not a snarker, so don't worry about that. I don't hate Ethan, I think he's great. But like one criticism I'd give him is that I do think that he can be a little bit non-nuanced when he talks about topics. Like sometimes he'll just be like, he'll be like too petty for his own good, where sometimes he'll like talk about a situation, he'll just give like the take that like is like the safest to give. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't talk about it with a lot of nuance sometimes, and it can be a little frustrating at times, but also like it is what it is.
I know exactly what you and Papa get. You guys, you both say that is because he's been calling these people out for a long time. He's just seen so much of it. I think he's just very jaded and burnt out to give the people that level of nuance.
That's fair.
Anymore.
That's fair.
That's why I think when he was talking about Myron Gaines and his whole allegations, how he was really hard on Myron for all of that.
Yeah.
Because he just sees and hears about and knows about so many of those stories.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right, Emeru for sure. I would say Emeru. Honestly, I think Papa Gut's wife would be a fan of Emeru. I'm bold. I'm gonna be bold. Emeru is like one of the most I actually like compared to most big Twitch streamers, I think Emeru is like one of the more genuine ones. Like she doesn't seem like she puts on an act for anything. She genuinely seems like she's very real with her audience.
Yeah.
Like
she seems like a total sweetheart. I've only seen like one or two of her clips outside of all this drama, and both of them are pretty great.
I think Papa Gut would be a fan of Papa Gut's wife would be a fan of Emeru. Like she's very sweet, and I think I don't know. Like, what's there not to like? I can't think of any criticism. I would say, like, Papa Gut's wife's a fan, personally.
My girlfriend's a big fan of Emeru, so that alone, I think, says a lot. Top tier for me.
Yeah, I'm sure your girlfriend's very nice.
She's very nice. She's going to be watching this for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Waving hi to her right now. Hello.
Hello, Alex the Fiction's girlfriend. Hello. All right. Okay. Dan Clancy. You might have a different opinion than me on this. I fucking hate Dan Clancy. I'm sorry. This motherfucker pisses me off. But do you have anything to say before I go on my rant?
I have insider knowledge. Someone who met him in person says he smells how he looks. He smells like cigarettes.
That does not surprise me.
A total weird gooner too. Like, bruh, I mean, what? He has all these, like sexy accounts he's following on Instagram. It's just embarrassing, dude. It's so embarrassing.
Dude, he has like OnlyFans models / hot tub streamers in his like social media feeds, even though he's married and he has a kid.
All right.
And then like when he was like, instead of fucking like doing something about the TwitchCon sexual assaults, instead he was like partying with like what was it? I think he was like partying with like 18 or 19-year-old girls at like a TwitchCon party, which is not like, I don't think that's like predatory. I just think that's very immature. You're in your 60s. Like it's very weird and immature. Like
and he was sweeping for Emeru's assaulter to make TwitchCon look like it was a safe and happy-go-lucky event with fucking Taylor Lorenz.
I think the reason why Dan Clancy pisses me off so much is because TwitchCon sexual assaults have been a massive problem for years, and I've seen time and time again so many people come forward with stories about sexual assault. Like, I think when Papa Gut was covering the TwitchCon stuff, I gave him like a list off the top of my head of all the sexual like misconduct cases I've heard of off the top of my head, and there's just so many, and Dan Clancy has just done absolutely nothing to fucking like even remotely care about it. He just cares about the optics of all of it. I'm gonna put him in Love Sabra personally, because he's just so complicit with all of it. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about women on his platform at all. He's just such a loser.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Love Sabra.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. So these next two people, they are related to each other.
Okay.
I remember Papa Gut covered this woman's story. I think she's actually non-binary, so they, them, I guess. But, basically, they came forward with a story about the guy on the right. His name is Daniel Green, the guy on the right.
Okay.
But they alleged that he sexually assaulted her. But that's not real. They lied. She or they lied about their story a lot throughout all of it. And Papa got called on it immediately because they claimed that, like, oh, I think if you manipulate somebody and you fuckboy them, and then, like, if you let them have sex with you, but then they decide to peace out after that, that's considered sexual assault. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. That was basically their entire story. They got fuckboyed, and Daniel Green's not the greatest in the story either, but it wasn't sexual assault at all, and she lied about all of that pretty much.
Look at his fucking hair. Of course he's gonna do that shit to you. Like, come on, man. When it comes to stuff like that, you gotta judge the book by its cover, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shitty situation for everyone around, but I mean, ugh.
Yeah. I think what they did, though, Naomi, I think her name is Naomi King, actually. Naomi King, I think, is just like an insult to actual survivors of sexual assault. The fact that they knowingly lied about sexual assault, the fact that they knowingly did that, I think it's just disgusting. And I am tempted to put her in Love Sabra for that, because that's like, you knowingly gave a false accusation. Yeah, I'm comfortable putting her in Love Sabra for that, because that's like, God, the Love Sabra tier is actually getting fairly big.
It's huge. It's fat. It's so like it's so bottom heavy, dude. There's like no one at the top here.
Well, there's a couple.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. You know, Papa Gut loves talking about the sloppiest of slop, so that's just gonna, you know, when you talk about that, you're not talking about nice people on the internet.
For the most part, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna put Naomi King in Love Sabra, and for Daniel Green, I think he's just a fuckboy. He's not like a horrific assaulter, but he's a bit of a fuckboy, and he's not the greatest here. He also like, while he was like sleeping with Naomi consensually, he was cheating on his wife, basically. So that's like another. Damn. It's like, this guy's not great. Like, he obviously needs to, like, solve his issues. I would say he's either worth an angry quote retweet or, like, a trip to Universal. Either or.
What a douchebag.
I would say he's probably... I think he's worth an angry quote retweet. Funny enough.
All right.
Like, after everything. And the reason I say that is because he probably could get some help, but, like, it's still, like, you gotta be called out on your shit, for sure.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Oh, Brad Taste in Music.
Ooh, I stole his show. I call it Alex Taste in Music. That's my Sunday streams.
Alex Taste in Music. I mean, I think we can agree on one thing. He does have a Brad Taste in mental health, you know?
That's so true.
Yeah.
Okay, this dude, oh my god, it was so insane, like, towards the end of, like, his whole drama arc, or his whole career, pretty much, yeah. How, like, audio files kept getting released of him just being absolutely insane.
About his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend.
And him, like, going live and saying, guys, it's him doing his apology tour, and then even more shit coming out afterwards. I'm like, my goodness, it was crazy.
Yeah, he is... I don't think Brad Taste in Music did a good thing. That being said, even though it's like one of the very few things I disagree with Papa Gut on, where it's like, I think Papa Gut, like, personally, like, I don't know. Listen, Papa Gut, I don't mean any disrespect to you. I love you. But, I don't really think he needed to be humanized as much as he was in the whole situation. That being said, though, I want to give, like, a caveat, because I don't want to, like, you know, end off on a bad note. I do think rehabilitation for him is possible. Like, unlike someone like Ms. Kiff or something, I think Brad Taste in Music, in theory, could, like, go to therapy and then rehabilitate and, like, get himself in check and not do any of that again and rehabilitate in society. I think that's possible. It's going to take a while, though. It's going to take, like, at least several years for him to rehabilitate.
So the level of Brad's abuse was just, boiled down to just being, like, verbal, right? It was
verbal, yeah. It was verbal abuse, really. I don't know if he, like... To my knowledge, he wasn't, like, breaking things in the house or doing anything. It was verbal abuse, though, for sure. So I would say he's probably worse than my internet issues. I think that's where I'm going to put him.
Yeah, his mental health was probably just so fucked this past few years.
Probably.
'Cause I remember not even too long before his most recent drama was when he went on to the H3 live show I think it was in 2024, or the end of 2023. And he met, he was hanging out with Ethan and Ela backstage. He took a picture with them. He posted it on Twitter. Then he got shit. Then he disavowed Ethan and Ela. Then he went on the A3 podcast to say, I'm sorry for the tweet. And he kept going back and forth on what his mental state was regarding everything. And him being addicted to weed the whole time. It's just a whole clusterfuck for him.
No, absolutely. I totally agree with that. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think he's great, but I do think that there's a world where if he chooses the right path, he could do better in society.
I think so too. I hope for the best for him. I'll put him in Trip to Universal.
Oh, okay. I might actually put him there too, honestly. Maybe you're right. Yeah, okay. I'll probably put him there
he was
too.
abusive. I'll lower him just a bit. That does seem low.
Yeah, no, because that's why I put him in worse than my internet issues.
Worse than my internet issues.
Yeah, that's kind of okay. All right, fair enough. Okay. I'm Alex. This guy probably loves Sabra easily. This guy, unlike Brad, he was also abusive, but unlike Brad Taste in music, I would argue I'm Alex's abuse is way worse than Brad Taste in music's.
Okay, what did Alex do?
Well, there's a lot of shit. First of all, I've been preying on this motherfucker's downfall for years, and he finally got it last year, in 2024, when he was exposed for all his abuse allegations. Basically, Alice, who was the accuser, came forward and showed video, text message, and audio proof of him just being verbally and just like mentally abusive just all around. Like, he would literally say things like, you're a disgusting bitch and stuff, and he would also say things, he would literally, I'm not even kidding, there was the famous audio clip of him threatening to smash Alice against the wall with a brick if she doesn't shut the fuck up. So
yeah, what an asshole. I hate that I have to share names with some of these assholes sometimes. There's a fucking Alex Jones, I'm Alex, and there's a new guy in the Ace universe that you'll hear from very soon named Alex Novell. So look forward to that.
I've heard of him. I would say I'm Alex's love Sabra. I don't think rehabilitation's possible. This guy also, not only that, the reason I hated on him for so long, even before the abuse allegations, he has been responsible for falsely accusing people of so many things for years. It wasn't just one person. He falsely accused many people of, like, the worst things ever, like pedophilia, sexual assault, and all those things, and abuse, and he would, like, virtue signal about it, and then he wound up to be a fucking abuser himself, so...
Damn.
Crazy. He loves Sabra, for me, personally.
Okay, fair enough.
Joe Gatto. That is Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers. So earlier this year, he also had some allegations. Papa Gut covered them. There was, like, a TikTok girl who came forward. She alleged that he sexually assaulted her. It seemed like a very... I don't know. It didn't really seem like that much, personally, based on, like, Papa Gut's coverage of it. I think Joe Gatto's a bit of an immature guy, because I think she was, like, 19 when Joe Gatto hooked up with her, allegedly, when he was, like, in his 40s. So very, like, weird, for sure.
Sure, yeah.
But she is a legal adult. She can make her own decisions. I would say he's... I don't know. I don't think there's enough to say that this guy's abusive, based on what I've heard so far. It's possible he might be. I'm tempted to put him in Forgot You Existed because I kind of forgot all the details of the story, but I also don't think.
I mean, it seems like not worth talking unless he was like actually abusive to someone.
Yeah.
So if it's just that they hooked up or he was being weird, I don't really want to give that much too much attention. I will say, I do know about him. Well, I've seen some Impractical Jokers, and he most recently played in a poker tournament with Ethan Klein.
Oh, would you look at that? I guess Ethan Klein probably... I'm sure Ethan would have heard about the allegations to some extent, and, like, if he truly thought it was bad, then he would have maybe, like, done something about it if he knew. But
yeah,
I don't...
No one on the show even brought it up, or maybe they didn't even know about it.
Maybe.
When he came up on camera.
But I'm sure if they did know about it, they would do something if they thought it was damning enough. But it doesn't seem like it is to the point where they would do... Yeah, okay. So I'm going to say I forgot he existed. I'm just going to leave him there. Oh, God. This is the DoorDash girl. You heard about this one?
Really? Yeah, I did hear about that.
This is the DoorDash girl who claimed that she was assaulted in, but even though we saw video, basically what it boiled down to was, she got a DoorDash order. She went to his house to give him the DoorDash food. His door was wide open, and he was basically, like, naked, laying on the couch. And it's just like, it really boils down to just indecent exposure. It's gross. I don't think the guy is good in the situation at all.
So he left his door open on purpose, is that right?
It's definitely pointing in that direction, I would say. But basically, how she handled it poorly was she recorded him in his house while he was naked and then posted it on TikTok for tons of people to see. And I'm like, oh, that's not good either. That's not the way you handle it. That's fucking crazy. So I think...
do get it. Sometimes, you know, if DoorDash wasn't going to do anything about it, sometimes people feel, you know, powerless in certain situations. So they feel like their last result, or what's the word?
Resort.
Their last resort is to, you know, blast it on social media.
Maybe. But I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, she went to the police.
I'm not saying it's right, by the way, but that's I do kind of understand what her thought process.
I get what you're saying. I think it's like well-meaning, but overall, I don't think she handled it very well by like putting him on blast in front of thousands of people to see, and then she almost got her TikTok account deleted. She actually got arrested very recently, so
for that situation.
Yes, because I'm pretty sure that's like a form of revenge porn, like where you post someone naked online. That's like, I'm pretty sure that's like illegal, so you can't do that. The guy is banned from ordering DoorDash, by the way, so because like I think she did report it to DoorDash. So the guy who did the decent exposure, he's banned from ever ordering DoorDash again, and that's he deserves that. I don't feel sorry for him.
Time to download Uber Eats.
Yeah, I guess so. I would say she's probably like a trip to Universal, maybe even worth an angry quote retweet. I don't think she's that bad.
Okay, yeah.
I think that calling it sexual assault is very disproportionate online, because that wasn't sexual assault. But it's still like a form of indecent exposure. Like, I do think that, like, so many people were weird about this situation. So many people were either like so yes or no about it. Like, they weren't doing the whole Papa Gut thing where they approached it with intelligence.
For sure.
All right, next up is, I believe this guy's name is Mike Israetel. Is that his name?
Oh, he looks like the UFC guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real with you. Anytime Papa Gut did a segment on Mike Israetel, I kind of just tuned out because I don't know anything about this guy. So if you know anything about him, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna put him in Forgot You Existed because I know nothing about him.
He looks like, oh, Dana White. Dana White's the UFC guy. He looks just like him.
Crazy. He kind of looks like an actor that I know, like a bald actor. There's a lot of bald actors. I don't know. I'm going to put him in Forgot You Existed. I don't know anything about him.
Sounds good.
Really it.
Coming up next, the man that destroyed Ethan Klein's psyche.
Oh, and also the man who fucking sold out to Saudi Arabia in the Riyadh Comedy Festival as well. That's what he was known for this year. Yeah, this was insanely disappointing. There were so many comedians who sold out. I know Dave Chappelle was on there. What is her name? Is it Jessica Learson? Is that her name? She was on the list where she joined the Riyadh Comedy Festival to get like tons of blood money, just to do that. But yeah, like, I don't know. I'm not really comfortable with the whole whitewashing of Saudi Arabia. And then Bill Burr had like the famous clip of like, oh, but look, they got a Starbucks here in Saudi Arabia. They got a fucking Starbucks. You know, I thought I was gonna get my head blown off here and everything. Oh man, I
still don't know how I feel about the whole Saudi thing. I feel like what happened with all the comedians is they must have had some like crazy like PR or propagandists that were doing their best to, you know, let them know that it's a good thing what they're doing, going to Saudi Arabia, and they're getting paid a shit ton of money. So, you know, if I put myself in their shoes, you know, I think it would be hard to resist, you know, especially with all the peer pressure of all my other fellow comedian brothers and sisters.
I think if
also going to Saudi Arabia.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh no,
I'm sure there's a level of peer pressure too, and also, you know, it's hard to turn down that much money sometimes for certain things. Sometimes it does buy people's principles.
Yeah, I would say that, like I said, Dan Tavius made a pretty good video on it. Papa Gut reacted to that video about the Riyadh Comedy Festival, where Dan Tavius listed pretty much all the crimes that Saudi Arabia has historically been known for. What's crazy is Bill Burr talked about the Israel-Palestine conflict, and he called out Israel, which is a good thing, by the way. You should call Israel's war crimes for what they're doing to Palestine. I think it's okay to say that Israel has a right to exist, because that's pretty much Ethan's take, but that they don't have a right to be committing a genocide. That's Ethan's take. But what's crazy is he talked about that, but he didn't talk about how Saudi Arabia was doing the same fucking thing to Yemen, like, years ago. So, that's crazy. I mean, also, when they take people to prison, especially journalists, they hang them by their feet and stuff, so that's fun. Listen, I don't think Bill Burr is, like, a terrible person, but I'm definitely gonna look at him a little weirdly. I think he's worth an angry quote retweet.
Okay, fair enough. I'll put him in my take him or leave him into 2026.
That's fair enough. Totally chill. Oh, Gerbert. Okay, so this guy's name is Gerbert the Egg. Would you believe it if I told you this guy's an 18-year-old?
No, you know what? I do remember a little bit about this controversy. Yeah, this all took place when these guys were like in high school, right?
Something like that. I'm not even kidding. I'm pretty sure, like, it was so... I think I listed in the Papa Gut Discord how many, like, allegations were involved in the Gerbert situation. There's allegations of, like, sexual assault, grooming, pedophilia, racism. The list of allegations is so long.
There was this whole, like, Google document with, like, crazy receipts, and, like, it was just a very weird drama to do a deep dive on.
I'm gonna be real with you. He rots my brain so much. I don't know whether the allegations are real or false. It's so convoluted. It's like so weird how everyone talked about it. I'm gonna put him in Forgot You Existed because he's a whole deep dive that I just don't remember off the top of my head.
I do remember, like, when Papa was talking about it, I just couldn't get over the fact that his last name's Gerber, and he looks like the Gerber baby. He's the heir to the Gerber baby fortune. So that's what I kept saying in the chat.
That's fucking crazy work. Yeah, he's an interesting character. Okay, next up is, this guy's related to the Gerbert drama as well. This guy's name, I don't remember his name, but I do remember what I called him in chat. I called him Asian Ben Shapiro. And the reason I called him that was because he is one of the loudest motherfuckers ever. Every time he talks, like, he was debating Gerbert, he was loud as hell. And then Papa Gut reacted to a video about him ranting about fence sitting or being a centrist or whatever. And then he, like, just yelled throughout that entire video. He was just so irritating to listen to.
I remember that. And then they brought Gerbert onto a call, and they just kept bullying the fuck out of him the whole time to the point where he kept threatening, hey, guys, I'm going to leave.
This guy is... Yeah, that was him.
This guy was a total asshole, I thought. Even if what he was saying was true, he just sounded like such a piece of shit.
I think he's like a trip to Universal, personally. Yeah. That's where I'm going to put him.
I'll put him on there.
Yeah, because he's like, he's just so irritating to listen to. That's really the only, like, thing. All right, next up is... Oh,
there's got a bunch of video games coming up? That's funny.
Oh, yeah, we do. I think isn't this, like, the protagonist of, like, Silk Song?
This is the one before that. This is
Hollow Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played any of the games, so I'm going to put him in Forgot You Existed. There's nothing I can say about him.
They're very beautiful, and I did enjoy Papa Good playing those, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I'll put them in. I'd play at the arcade with you because I literally would. If there was an arcade machine that had Hollow Knight on there, I'd put a quarter in there. Why not? I'd give it a go.
Okay, you've convinced me. I'd play with the arcaded in too, because like they do look like fun games. I just didn't know anything about the games, so I put them in Forgot You Existed at first.
Mm-hmm.
The next two are, I think the first one is Ghost of Tsushima, and then the one after that is Ghost of Yotei. I think these are both probably I'd play at the arcade with you because they both look like really fun games.
Mm-hmm. I do.
They also seem like cool characters. They seem like they have really good stories.
So I saw Papa Good playing Ghost of Tsushima for a long time, but did he finish Ghost of Yahweh?
Ghost of Yotei? No, I don't think he finished that yet. He has to at some point, one day.
Did he get sick of it, or is he currently playing it still?
Bro, games be making him want to say slurs, so he be playing other games until he gets his slur-saying habits away.
My favorite is when his monitors aren't working, and he's done this a few times where he gets so frustrated he says that I want to fuck my mom, and then he gets embarrassed. He gets actually embarrassed after saying that, like, oh no.
He's like, oh fuck my mother's tits. He would like say stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, next up is this year. I think this next guy, Pirate Software, easily lolcow of the year.
No, I feel like iDubbbz has him beat.
Maybe. But, like, Pirate Software's drama was insanely huge. Even people that aren't normally into drama tuned into Pirate Software's drama.
Definitely. The women had a interesting time watching the whole the World of Warcraft stuff in particular. It was really funny to watch.
Yeah, I mean, all I could say about Pirate Software is the allegations he got were total BS. But aside from that, he's kind of just a total dickhead.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I personally wouldn't be friends with him. So I would say he probably is like a trip to Universal, but he's not like an inherently harmful guy, I would say.
He was very mean to the next dude that we're going to talk about when he was trying to get the word out about saving video games. He was a total piece of shit to that guy. Unjustifiably so, just because it would hurt his family, since they're, they built their career off of, the standard video game industry.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, like...
and the whole second puberty thing, hilariously stupid.
Yeah, and I mean, like, he got, like, the whole stop killing games thing from, like, a factual standpoint just incorrect.
Wait, wasn't Pirate Software also, like, he's like a furry? And then he got his DMs leaked? And were you there when Papa Gut was on Twitter and he was going through the Snapchat messages?
Oh yeah, and he accidentally found the naked furry thing.
Yeah, did he fucking smashed his fucking keyboard?
Yeah,
dude, I died. I screen recorded the whole thing because I wanted to keep that forever.
I think you were the one that sent that in the Discord. Funny enough.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I mean, like, listen, I think the allegations he got were bullshit, but still, like, he's just kind of an asshole. That's really why I put him in a trip to Universal.
I'll put him in worst of my internet issues.
Sure. Okay, fair enough. Next up is Ross Scott. I do have a lot to say about this guy. I've known Ross before the Pirate Software drama, and the reason I know him is because there was a YouTube series way back in the old days of YouTube. Only like true OGs know this. It's Freeman's Mind. Do you know what Freeman's Mind is?
I do not.
So basically, have you heard of the game Half-Life?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically it's like a modern, like, it's known that the protagonist, Gordon Freeman, is mute. He doesn't talk at all in the games. He's meant to be controlled by the player for that reason. And so, like, it's easier. The reason why Valve designed him that way back in 1999, I think that's when the first Half-Life game was released.
1998.
1998, you're right, yeah. The reason why they designed him that way was because they wanted the players to immerse themselves as the role of Gordon Freeman, basically. So, like, if they gave them a silent... Basically, he was like a blank slate if they made him a silent protagonist. That's kind of why they designed him that way. And he's kind of going to be like that since, if Half-Life 3 ever comes out. But Ross Scott basically ran the show, or I guess the series Freeman's Mind, where he would pretty much play the game in first person and roleplay Freeman all the thoughts he was thinking and say them out loud, basically. That was what basically the series was. That's how I knew him.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, no, it was interesting. That's how I know of Ross Scott. Ross Scott is a cool guy. Like, he's very cool. He was very passionate about this year's drama, which was the Stop Killing Games movement, which I think was very important. And basically...
This man loves video games.
No, this guy's cool. I'm not even kidding. I'm actually going to put him in as lovable as Disney.
Sure.
I
was really hesitant about him when we first started watching his video because I knew nothing about him. I'm like, oh, this guy's just a total wine baby. Then we got really deep into the drama. Like, you know what? I'm totally with him. Like, he really sold me by the end of his video.
No, he's very smart. He's a bit of a quirky guy, I'll admit. Like, but just because he's a quirky guy doesn't mean he's not cool. I actually really like him. I've known him before the whole drama. And, like... I actually think that the movement is important when you really, like, boil it down. And the reason why I think it's important is because a lot of video games nowadays are unplayable, but they were, like, multiplayer only back in the day. So, like, all the older Call of Duty games, if you tried to, like, log on the official servers, they're unplayable because they're full of hackers. And so you're not really getting your money's worth if you were to purchase them today. And the whole importance of Stop Killing Games is... making sure that if you pay for a game, you get all the money's, like, worth out of it. And so they don't just, like... kill off the servers of the game, basically. And I think that is important from, like, a consumer perspective.
It's not just video games, you know. It's kind of fucked, like, industry wide, not just video games. You know, you can't sometimes you know, Tesla's doing this shit too, where, you know, you buy your car, you don't own everything in the car. You have to, you know, pay for you have to pay an extra monthly fee to have, like, seat warmers and shit like that. If you buy a printer, you know, it's not gonna be your printer forever, or they designed it to be shitty on purpose. So it's really good that we're trying to address stuff like that in video games.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I think Ross Scott, I put him in as level as Disney. That's my final bet.
Yeah, I'll put him there too. Totally.
Yeah. Next person, I didn't tune into it much, but
oh, that's the singer from Paramore.
True. I think she was a second accuser of Pirate Software. And I think her allegations were like total BS, but I don't remember all the details of it. So I'm going to put her in Forgot You Existed because I don't remember anything she said.
Cool.
These next two are interesting because like I know of it. I just didn't tune into all of the stream. I forget the first guy's name, but I know the second guy's name is Adam Mockler, I think his name is.
I think I can figure out this first dude's name. Oh, Jesse Lee Peterson, I believe this dude's name is. Yeah, he runs a pod. He's a like very religious right wing dude, but he's at the same time, at least in the H3 space, although he's very like religious and right wing, he's very funny because he just talks funny, and he has left wing people on, and he's just a silly goofy guy for the most.
Well, it's weird because I could have sworn, and I could be totally wrong because I don't remember all of it. I could have sworn Papa Gut like criticized this person because he was
definitely
he was in like a debate. Yeah, no, he was in a debate with Adam Mockler. They debated each other, and he was like saying some like weird comments about black people as a black person himself. So it's very weird. I don't know. Like it's very
I'm not surprised at all. That's definitely the type of stuff he'd be saying.
I don't know. That's like what I heard. I didn't tune into all of it. I'm kind of tempted to put both of them in Forgot You Existed because I didn't watch all of it.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You can put them in whatever tier you want to.
I had no idea who that second dude is, but he looks like Graham Stephan.
Yeah, that's Adam Mockler. That's him. Right. Rob's Media is next. Interesting guy.
He's mods with me in Nicholas Diorio's live streams.
Yeah. Wait, he's been in your streams before?
No, he's not in my streams. In Nicholas Diorio's streams. We're both moderators because we both make content.
Interesting. Who do you guys mod for?
Nicholas Diorio. Do you know who he is?
Oh, no, I know Nicholas Diorio is. Oh, okay, I thought you said you guys like modded for somebody else, all three of you.
No.
But,
Nicholas Diorio likes to mod the content creators that he reacts to.
Interesting.
So
oh yeah, that's not. He did mod Papa
Mita's videos. Yeah.
Yeah, he reacted to Papa Guts. So yeah, I guess yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, Rob's Media's. I think he's fine. I don't really hate the guy. I will say, stop using the fucking R slur so much, please. Yes. Jesus Christ. But that's really it. I would say I'd probably play at the arcade with him. He's not a bad guy.
Okay. Where were you gonna put him?
I put him at I'd play at the arcade with you. That's right.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. He seems like a good guy to me too. Or
yeah.
A decent guy.
The only thing I'd say is just stop saying the fucking R word so much. That's all. Oh, this next guy is so weird. He's like weirdly like snark brain. This guy's name is Mick Mad. I don't know if you remember, Papa Gut earlier this year watched a hit piece on Nicholas Diorio, and he titled the reaction URR:Nicholas Diorio.
I did. I recognized him in that background, but I could not tell you what this guy was saying.
Well, he made a hit piece on Nicholas Diorio. He made a bunch of jokes about how Nicholas Diorio was fat. Typical. And then he also used the F slur a bunch. He called Bo Blacks the F slur a couple times.
Oh, damn, that's not cool.
Yeah, not cool. And recently, he came up again, because in fact, Papa Gut uploaded the video today as of me recording this, where he made a hit piece on Rob's Media on how he was soulless. But apparently he lied a couple times in his hit piece on Rob's Media. So, he's a bit of a strange guy. I would say probably worth an angry quote retweet or like a trip to Universal.
Okay, fair enough. I'll put it same with the last two. Forgot Utilizations. I just do not know much about him. But, I would like to watch that hit piece on Nicholas Theory. I think that'd be very interesting. You
can watch Papa Gut's reaction to it.
Yeah. I'll watch that. Sounds fun.
Yeah. I think he's worth an angry quote retweet. That's where I'm going to put him. Okay. Oh, Rev says Desu. This guy's a fucking idiot. I reacted to, like, a situation he was involved in earlier this year where he's, like, basically, Rev says Desu is a right-wing grifter who's Christian. He has a fucking, like, 11-year-old or 10-year-old lolicon VTuber model. So, yeah.
That says enough about a person right there, doesn't it?
Yeah, Love Sabra is pretty good for me. I know Papa Gut reacted to him earlier this year where he had like a total fucking victim complex meltdown about how like his video got age restricted. And he's like, YouTube is silencing me. And it's like, no, the reason why you got age restricted is because you included softcore porn in your video. That's why. They even included the timestamp in your video.
It's so rough watching Papagut react to these VTubers, because they're so annoying. Like, there hasn't been like a really like, you know, one where I really wanted to like be hooked on and consume all that content. I just can't stand these VTubers.
Yeah. Nah, I would say that, like, Rev says Desu, I mean, if you're gonna be into Lolicon and then accuse other people of grooming and stuff, like what was it, that one person, Yara VTuber or whatever, who I think is, like, a little bit strange, but not, like, with some of the takes they had, but, like, people, like, Rev says Desu ran the narrative that they were a groomer because of they're grooming kids into being trans or whatever, even though you have a Lolicon as your VTuber model, but okay. Yeah, Love Sabra is good enough for me,
right,
just based on that alone. Mr. Crafty Pants is Love Sabra, but honestly even worse than that because he's actually a fucking disgusting person.
Ooh. What did he do?
He did probably the worst thing you could do. He, I believe he was like 39. Papa got covered a story about him where he got arrested and he's probably going to stay in prison for a long time because he had several counts of CP of children under the age of 12.
Oh my god.
Yeah. While he was like 39 years old.
Hey, you weren't kidding. That was an immediate Love Sabra.
Yeah, no, this guy's awful. He's actually like terrible. And well, I know the Law and Crime Network channel, which is a very great channel, by the way. I've been reacting to some more of their stuff lately, because they cover like legitimate like predators that are like actually fucking extremely dangerous, and they're like raising awareness to it. So they do a good thing. And they made a video on Mr. Crafty Pants, who was a YouTuber at 500,000 subscribers, but who did like arts and crafts channel. And that was his main content. But then he got out.
Was that kids content he was doing?
It seemed like it. I don't know. I mean, like, based on... I'm not trying to pull off a Cruel World Happy Mind, but, like... She, I mean, he's, like... Yeah, it was a arts and crafts channel. And... It seemed like any kid could watch it in theory, but he was messaging them on Kick. Not the streaming platform Kick, but KIK, which was, like, an old messaging platform that no one even uses.
Yeah, I had that when I was a teen, and dude,
Same.
people would be messaging me all the fucking time on that app. I have no idea how they even have access, because you're supposed to have someone's number to even like message someone in the first place. So I have no idea how predators are able to like access people so easily through that app.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like, I feel like nobody uses Kick anymore, and I feel like, if anything, that's just made it much easier for predators to go after people, because there's less moderation there now.
Shit. I didn't even know that was still around. That's nuts.
I didn't either, but apparently that's where he was sending and exchanging these photos with these children under the age of 12. Some of them were under 17, but some of them were under 12. Either way, it's still bad. He was 39 years old.
Insane, dude. Fucking
yeah,
insane.
I mean, he's fucking awful. There's not much else to say. It's an easy Love Sabra.
Yep.
This guy's name, I think, is Patrick CC. Is that his name? He does a lot of, like, video essay content. I think the extent of me watching him back in the day was like his video essay on Josh Peck and like some Nickelodeon video essays. That's really like my extent with him, but like I think he's done some other video essay content and Papa Guts reacted to him. He seems fine. He's just like a video essay guy. I would say I'd play at the arcade with him. He seems fine. He seems like a chill dude.
Right on, right on.
Next up is Yeet. So some people are questionable about Yeet, mainly because they hang around in the same spheres as, like, Tectone and Asmongold. So I can understand that. But overall, I would say Yeet's a pretty reliable source of information when it comes to drama. I'm very reliant on Yeet for Twitter news and information and clips. And I know Ethan has given them praise as well.
Mm-hmm. He totally has. As am I. He's a great clip farmer.
Yeah. Yeet seems cool. I haven't seen anything. I mean, the only criticism I'd say is why the fuck are you surrounding yourself with Asmongold and Tectone? But I kind of get it from, like, maybe, like, I guess, because I guess if you want to monetize your Twitter, which I don't see, if you're in Yeet's shoes, I don't see why you wouldn't monetize your Twitter, because you're a big Twitter count. But
I think it ultimately is just for, like, the views.
Probably.
It's in his sphere of interest, so he's just gonna be posting those types of clips that he finds funny and interesting.
I think he's cool. I think Yeet's pretty big. Actually, Yeet's pretty based. I would say he hits like a cigarette and coffee. I'd say he's pretty based.
That's exactly where I had put him already.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him there as well. Like he's pretty based overall,
Nice.
and also he before Yeet blew up. I remember he used to make fun of Hassan in his tweets. He would like because I think when Yeet blew up and got popular, Yeet was like, okay, maybe I have to be a little more professional with these tweets. But he used to like go in on Hassan like in some of his tweets. Like it's actually
I just
crazy.
love how Hassan gets so frustrated about Yeet. I think that's my favorite part about him because there aren't that many like high profile people besides Asmongold that really call Hassan out for his bullshit. So I feel like we very much need someone like Yeet.
Yeah, I agree. So I would say, yeah, pretty based. I'll put him there. Next up is Parlo.
Okay, I don't know who this is, but I'm gonna guess Child Predator.
No, actually,
Okay.
funny enough. Was it the Roblox avatar?
Yes, it was.
No, if anything, Parlo actually, his content was very toxic. A lot of his content was in the Predator economy, basically, where he would make videos on, like, other Predators and expose them. Now, you may think that's a good thing, in theory, right? But his content's actually very toxic. It's not nuanced at all. He just, like, says, like... He's the kind of person that would, like, take someone like Call Me Carson, who was a 19-year-old talking to a 17-year-old, and be like, oh, Call Me Carson is bad. He's Predator. That's, like, the kind of person that, like, Parlo is, basically.
I see.
He didn't make a video on Call Me Carson, but that's, like, the kind of shit that he would do, basically. And he would do it to so many other people, and it's, like, kind of just, like, annoying. He's, like, basically a young guy who blew up. He was born in 2005, so he's, like, 4 years younger than I am. It's just what happens when kids get famous and they blow up, and then they just, like, make content based on what they're good at in their spheres. That's really what he's the symptom of. Recently, he had a situation with, like, a bunch of allegations with this other YouTuber named Internet Adjacent. And that was a whole separate thing that we don't have to get into right now. I've made videos on it. But, guys, if you want to know more about that, go check those out. But I would say... And also his channel's gone now, because I think someone hacked into his channel and, like, posted a bunch of porn on it. So
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that deleted his channel. I think his content's very toxic. I'm not really, like, upset that his channel's gone, personally. It was very toxic content.
I also say it is a noble thing to do that predator hunting stuff, but you gotta be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, I think Schlepp does it better than Parlo does. If you know who Schlepp is.
I do not, but yeah, tons of other people do it in a more responsible way.
Yeah, I mean Parlo's just like a young guy who like looks at allegations and then is like, this guy is bad. He would be the kind of person to say that like Cameron F305 is like a predator or something. That's kind of like the person he is. I would say he's like a trip to Universal. That's where I'm going to put him. So this guy with the long hair, he's basically like an anti-woke content creator who's extremely racist. That's really all you need to know about him. I would say he's probably not in the Love Sabra tier, but I would put him in Worse Than My Internet Issues.
Okay. What's his name?
I think his name is Ranting for Vengeance.
Gotcha. He's ranting. He's certainly ranting in that image.
Yeah, definitely. Papa Gut has had a few reactions to this guy, and he's, like, super weird. I mean, like, I think he says, nobody wants to see Pedro Pascal, this Mexican, in the fucking Fantastic Four movie.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yes, that's the guy. That's him. Alright, next up is Logan 30 Acre. The only reason that this guy's on the list is because Papa Gut reacted to a hit piece on him. And the hit piece really boils down to how he's a groomer because he was a 29-year-old going after an 18-year-old. That's literally it. That's pretty much the only important, I guess, quote-unquote allegation, if you can even call it that. I might take or leave him in 2026. That's kind of where I'm going to put him, because he's just like, like the hit piece seemed like a nothing burger. He seems like a bit of an immature adult, but... He
looks 18.
I think that's like an old video, but like now he's like in his. I think he's like 30 now, or like 31 now, or whatever. But like, the hit piece that was made on him was like really stupid. That's really it. I know who this next woman is. I don't know. I don't remember. I saw Papa Gut cover her. I know who she is, but I don't know anything about her, so I'm just gonna put her in Forgot You Existed.
Okay, she looks kind of like someone I know in the makeup guru space.
Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, I don't know nothing about her. Mutahar. I don't think Mutahar is an inherently harmful individual. I think I've watched a lot of his content back in the day. He's fine.
I was a huge fan of when I was a dude. he was like one of the first YouTubers I ever saw. He used to do creepypasta content. That was his first thing. He used to do on
and
YouTube.
also dark web content as well. That's another thing I really loved about him. The dark web content was something I was like really into when I was like 17 or 18. So
yeah, I found all that stuff really interesting too.
it is interesting, and I think his content is not bad. He is a bit of a silly goose at times. I can't lie, but
I think the main thing about him this year was him lying about his degrees.
An engineer. That's the big E word. It's become a slur at this point.
You know, like to me, it's just I'm an engineer. I don't fucking care if they were lying about on YouTube about being an engineer at all.
Yeah. I mean, Mohr made like a 1-minute response to it in a random video. He was like, you know, just to respond to it, I guess I may have misled you a little bit with that.
Sure.
I probably shouldn't have done that. And he says, so I'm going to degrade myself as an Indian guy in his room that knows how to tech or whatever. I think that's what he said. I think that's
a hilarious response.
And he says, and if you guys don't support me after this, I don't care. That's fine. Whatever.
Dude,
Goodbye.
that's a 10 out of 10 response right there.
Honestly, that's like probably the best response he could have given. I would say Mohr is a fine guy. I would play at the arcade with him.
I feel like, yeah, people just let it go, you guys. People have been like shitting on him ever since then. I'm like,
yeah, there's worse people, and he doesn't seem like a bad guy. He seems pretty educated enough, anyways. I'd play at the arcade with him. That's where I'm putting him.
Yeah, me too. Oh yeah.
Next up, Sienna May. Okay. I don't want to like go on a rabbit hole because we do have a little bit of time left, but Sienna May, she was accused of sexual assault, and it seems pretty credible when she was like 17 years old to this other guy. But I don't think I don't know, like Papa Gut covered it. I pretty much have the same take that he does, where Sienna May is not really a predator because of like the setting that they were in is that these were kids in a content creator household that were drinking alcohol unsupervised from adults, underage drinking. So I guess it just steamrolled in a really bad situation where she sexually assaulted this other guy. And it's not good what she did, but I think there needs to be a conversation about how the adults in that situation were not supervising young kids with alcohol in the environment. That's really it.
Yeah. It's a terrible situation.
Yeah, terrible. What she did was not good, but I do think rehabilitation's possible, so for that, I'm gonna probably put her in, like, a trip to Universal.
Okay.
You know, I think that what she did was not good, but I don't think she's, like, a predator. That's really it. Internet Anarchist is next.
He does the video essays. And does he have the English accent?
Yes. That's him. He's cool. He seems like a chill guy. I know, like, earlier this year, he had, like, a really bad hit piece where, like, this guy was like, Internet Anarchist really likes girls overseas or whatever. Oh, that's literally it. That was, like, the whole hit piece. I think I was, like, literally, I don't remember all of it, personally. But yeah, someone made, like, a really bad hit piece against this guy, but Papa Gus reacted to some of his video essays, and he seems fine. I'd play at the arcade with him. He's chill.
Okay. Right on.
Nux Taku is Love Sabra. Next.
I'll put him there just for his goddamn annoying ass voice.
No, he's he literally fucking defends Lolicon. He's in the same spheres as, like, Asmongold and Tectone, and he's just obnoxious. Next. I don't even care to... Yeah,
okay, we just move on. Sorry, let's just move on.
The reason why I say next is because every time Papa Gut's reacted to Nux Taku, I always tune out. I'm never watching Papa Gut anytime he covers Nux Taku, because I cannot stand him that much. He's awful. He's, like, genuinely just not good. This furry avatar, I think this was, like, Pokemon drama of all things.
Really?
Yeah, I think this was, like, a Pokemon YouTuber. I don't remember anything, so I'm gonna put them in Forgot You Existed.
Okay, fair enough.
This next guy, I remember. So I think this next guy was, like, debating about debunking the ideology of transgenderism. That was, like, his first video that Papa Gut reacted to for this guy. I don't remember his name. But then Papa Gut reacted to it, and then this guy reacted to Papa Gut's reaction to it. And then Papa Gut reacted with a fourth video to the entire saga, to the reaction. You get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, classic react war.
Yeah, and he was having, like, a discussion about trans issues or whatever. I think he brought up some good points in his video, but I also don't really respect people that, like, try to, like, find reasons to hate on trans people or dunk on trans people, so I kind of just, like, don't really respect people that do that. I don't know, it's been a while since I've tuned into it, so maybe it's more nuanced than that, but, like, I don't really. I would say he's either worth an angry, because I don't really I try not to give these people my attention, so he might just be worth an angry quote retweet, honestly.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, this is the psychiatrist lover on TikTok. You know, the Kendra woman. Have you seen this one?
Yeah, she's the
That's her.
She had this whole TikTok series where she was still in love with her psychiatrist, and she just kept talking about him over and over again.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember all that.
I think this woman's fucking crazy. That's my.
Yeah, she's insane. Honestly, I feel kind of bad for her because how crazy she is.
I think
really
she's just...
in her old world. Do you think what's the odds that it's all just fake for like a modern people used to make these types of videos where they would pretend they were living in this whole like fantasy world on YouTube, like for horror story purposes. I forget what those were called. But do you think it could just be like just an elaborate storytelling thing she's doing?
It's possible. Likely, even. I would say moderately likely. But, she could be grifting, trying to get money off of it. But then she talked about how she called ChatGPT Henry. That's what she called him, and that Henry over-validated her feelings, and how Henry's like, you should go for the psychiatrist. You know what I mean? You should do this with your psychiatrist or something like, I don't know what the whole, I forgot. But Henry, the ChatGPT is who she's really talking to, was like over-validating her, and AI tends to over-validate emotions a lot. To be honest, even though she's crazy, I think she's still worth an angry quote retweet, or I might take her, leave her. I might just worth an angry quote retweet, whatever. That's it.
Yeah, I was thinking take her, leave her, because like I really don't care either way. With the fact that it just probably is just an elaborate storytelling project.
Okay,
yeah,
you've convinced me.
Either way.
No, you've convinced me. I'll take her or leave her, because like there might be a world where it's not that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. She's just like kind of. She's just fucking crazy. That's all. Oh god, this next guy. I keep saying that a lot. Oh god, but this guy basically, I think he's like a competitive Overwatch 2 player, and he got a ton of allegations. Some of which are a little bit ridiculous. Like someone said that he was grooming his wife. It might be true. I don't know. Like it was a little bit weird, but there's not really enough evidence of it. But basically he got exposed for being like, I guess, this Christian guy who has certain views against LGBTQ people.
He got exposed as being Christian. That's so funny.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's like, yes, I am a Christian guy, and yes, I have some beliefs and opinions about gay or trans people or something like that. I don't know, something along those lines.
Damn. He looks like Tectone if he grew out his beard.
Yes, he does. Yes, that's true. I don't care enough about this guy, but I also don't think some of his beliefs are good, so he's probably worth an angry quote retweet.
And before we move on, who's your favorite Overwatch character? Just for my girlfriend, it's like an inside joke between us, but let me know.
Ooh, okay. So back when I played, I don't play much now, but when I did play, the characters I would play were Reaper, Ramatra. But if I had to pick between the two, I would say Ramatra is pretty cool. I'll go with Ramatra.
Gotcha. Benji's my favorite.
Genji?
Sorry, Benji.
Benji? What the fuck is... What's happening?
Sorry, it's just an inside joke for my girlfriend. But that's Benji.
Oh
Benji's
my god.
main.
Crazy. Benji. I was about to be like Genji or whatever. Ooh, Cameron F305. This is the drama that I was actually super invested in.
Me too.
There's a couple things. First of all, Cameron F305's made a lot of... I think he's worthy of being the next content cop.
Oh, yeah.
Personally.
I mean, someone had to take off the men. You know what is interesting is it's not just him that's making them. His are probably the most popular out of everyone that's been doing them.
Yes.
But it's kind of been split amongst... It's a whole format that was stolen from IDAS. Many people are doing them now. But Cameron's captured the spirit the best, I think.
I think so, too. I know he had some allegations earlier this year, which, in my opinion, are very stupid, actually. Like, super stupid.
And to me, I hate, since it's coming from a dude, it does sound very rape apology culturalist talking points. But, a 2-year age difference, it doesn't mean anything to me. Not really.
I think it was like closer to like a 3-year age difference.
Yeah, but okay, but even like worst case scenario, that's going to vary from person to person and state to state. So I totally get why people just will not want to interact or fuck with Cameron F305 at all if they believe these allegations or take him at the worst case scenario. But you know, for me, like that doesn't mean too much to me.
It doesn't mean much to me either, personally. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna shit myself over a 3-year... I think it was, like, closer to a 3-year age gap, which is not really that big of a deal. Listen, if people think it's inappropriate, you're allowed to have that opinion, but if, like, there were people that were literally saying that Cameron's, like, a predator for it, and I'm like, okay, dude. That's where I'm gonna start to have a problem with you. Like, when you try to, like, put him on, like, the same level as, like, other predators, that's, like, very... stupid and sensationalized. But Cameron's cool. I fuck with Cameron. I would say he hits like a cigarette and coffee. He's cool.
I'll give him that too. He was cool enough to, you know, allow me to even interview him and to me to, you know, prod him with those questions about his allegations for him to like even explain it even further. So for that, I'll always be thankful for Cameron for that. But at the same token, you know, since he does have those allegations, it's important to keep a watchful eye on him to make sure he doesn't do stuff like that again in the future.
I don't think he will.
I have faith that he won't.
No, I don't think he will. I think he...
I will say, one weird thing about him, when we were doing the iDubbbz tattoo tier list, he laughed just like iDubbbz. It really freaked me out at one point.
I think he's kind of like me in this. He kind of reminds me of me in a lot of ways. And the reason I say that is because like we both used to watch iDubbbz back in the day, and so like we picked up a lot of iDubbbz's old humor, I guess. Obviously,
I probably just from watching him for so many years, it just rubbed off on him to the point where maybe he didn't even notice that he's doing that.
Yeah, but in like finality, like to sum it up, like I don't care that he was like. I don't care about like 19 and 16. Like that's like a high school age gap. It's not that big of a deal to me.
Yeah, I don't care either.
Even if it's like if people say like, hey, that's inappropriate. That's like whatever. It's not predatory. That's like the big thing.
Stupid teenagers are gonna do what stupid teenagers do.
Absolutely, yeah. No, and I don't think Cameron is like I don't think he's like attracted to minors. Like I think he's changed. He's not gonna be like doing this kind of behavior anymore.
No.
Okay, next up is Birdie. Oh my god. I gotta tell you a story. I think for the longest time, Papa Gut can also vouch for this. I was begging I probably got under Papa Gut's skin doing this. I was begging him to cover Birdie for months. But instead, like, I think there was just so much other Ethan Klein and political slop that he was covering that he didn't have time to. And then he finally got around to reacting to the Birdie drama. And I think it was worth it at the end of it, because guess what? The Birdie video is like the second best video on Papa Gut's channel performing.
Yeah, even I didn't watch everything, but I was tuning in every now and then, and Papa was having a good time reacting to this.
Dude, I told you this was fucking good slop, and I'm like, listen, never doubt me, Papa Gut. Like, when I say something's good, it's good, all right? So don't doubt me. Anyway, no, Birdie is... Get help. Love Sabra. Please. Jesus Christ. Like, you're...
Give me a quick TLDR, because all I remember is the ferret part.
Yeah,
she
sure.
put a ferret up her ass? Is that...
I think he goes by he, him, but basically,
my bad.
Basically, Birdie, according to Birdie's own testimony, they tried to do quote-unquote teen ants with their ferret when they were 13. Now, granted, they were a 13-year-old, so obviously when you're a 13-year-old, you don't know... I mean, listen, I was a 13-year-old. I knew not to do that with animals, so I don't know. But, like, I guess everyone's different. I guess you were 13. But still, even that... Like, Birdie's just, like, one of the biggest fucking degenerates in the online art community, like, ever. Damn. Like, they're debatably worse than, like, the person that they were talking about, which was Cinnabear, who had, like, grooming allegations against them. So,
sucks. Yeah. Very, very unfortunate.
Birdie's an online art community lolcow. And they're nowhere to be found on the internet, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I was looking, like, what their most recent upload was, like, a year ago. So they're probably, like, taking a break from the internet.
I go back and watch Papa Gut's reaction to Birdie every now and then, because it's just that good.
Yeah. The parts I was sitting in, I was having a good time watching that.
Dude, it's insane. It was so funny. I kept telling Papa Gut, like, listen, it's worth it to react to this. Like, and he finally got around to it. It's his best video on the channel. So fuck you, Papa Gut. How dare you doubt me?
Okay, we're having such a good time, but we got 15 minutes left. Let's try.
All right, cool. Yeah. Okay. Just a Robot, probably not Love Sabra, but Just a Robot is a bit of a lolcow. They constantly respond to drama, and they just need to start making content again. They, like, had the whole stuff with Cinnabear earlier this year. They're a bit of a lolcow, so I'm gonna say they're worse than my internet issues. I don't think they love Sabra, but they just need to stop being such a fucking lolcow. That's really it.
All right, fair enough. Oh
god, Andy Pants is Love Sabra. Do I need to say anything else? Like...
What was his main thing that he did?
He's an anti-woke content creator, and he also made a he like constantly shits on like marginalized groups, and then he also made a video game sexualizing his 10-year-old daughter. So
damn, disgusting. Oh my god, that is definitely Love Sabra.
Yep, and that's pretty much all we can say about him. Tommy Innit, what do you think about him?
I don't remember this guy at all. Tommy Innit.
Yeah, so Tommy Innit basically is, he's a Minecraft YouTuber. He's in Dreamsphere. The only drama that he was in this year was the whole drama with Dream, where he's like, you constantly reframe things, Dream. But Tommy Innit's like kind of just like very performative. I'm not really a huge fan of him. I don't think he's like egregious. I don't think he's a harmful individual. He's probably worth an angry quote retweet.
Awesome, awesome.
Kaya!
Kaya,
sit down!
the most spoiled dog on the internet loves Sabra.
Crazy. I'm gonna let you talk about this one.
Okay, so, you know, as we all know, Hassan shocked his dog. He tried to hide it by lying. He has about 13 different lies that he did to try to, you know, avoid telling the truth that he did just shock his dog out of a moment of frustration. But at the end of the day, she's just a dog. Also, controversially, people believe that she's a designer dog and Hassan just paid for her and not. Hassan claims that she bought him or she got him off of a Craigslist posting.
Sure.
But the truth is probably he just wanted to buy the most expensive dog he could in the LA area. But again, just a dog. I'm sure Papa Good's wife would be a big fan of a dog. I don't know if she's a dog person, but I'm sure she'd love him.
So before we rank this, very quick question. Are we ranking based on Hassan shocking her in the image? Or are we just going to rank Kaya by herself?
I mean, it does ultimately, I don't think it totally matters, but...
I guess not. I mean, I think Papa Gut's wife would love her. Why not, right? Like, I feel like my wife is a fan. Like, why not? Like, I'm sure Papa Gut's wife would like dogs. If she hates Papa Gut, if we misrank this, let me know, and then we'll move her down a tier. We'll do as lovable as Disney. But as far as I'm concerned, what's there not to love about Kaya? We'll put her at the top. Why not?
And if it's just specifically the meme, the moment, I think she would find it hilarious too. So regardless, I think they're both going out the top.
Sure. Okay. This next guy, I don't know who this guy is. Do you?
Nope, man with white hat. Forgot you existed.
He looks like Johnny Sins, but yeah, forgot you existed. Legal mindset. Oh god, this guy's such a weirdo.
Super weird.
He's weird. Like, he did the whole passport bro shit, or like I saw Rob's Media's video on him, and like he basically just goes overseas because those women don't set up harder boundaries as like Western women do. And he's also in the same sphere as like Tectone and Nuxtaku. This guy loves Sabra. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll put him there. A total fucking weirdo. Even beyond the passport bro stuff, he gets shit wrong all the time. Overly sensationalizes and clickbaits like crazy. I remember whenever the smallest thing happens in the Ethan lawsuit drama, he's like, okay, this is gonna fucking end everything, and it's just a comment he raised on Reddit like this nothing. And he has a 20-minute PowerPoint presentation called Fast Facts where he doesn't explain anything like fast. He goes on these crazy tangents like he's on his like cocaine binge, like he's just getting off of a cocaine binge. He's insane.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're running out of time, so we definitely have to fast forward through these. But all right, let's do it. I agree. Let's do it. Browidus, quick. Basically, all you need to know: this guy is the older brother of FaZe Rug, part of FaZe Clan, obviously. And his situation in the summer of this year was he walked into a Starbucks. He was vlogging. The person that was working there, the barista or the manager, was saying, "Hey, can you just not record in here?" He refused to stop recording, and he turned it into content. He was just an obnoxious asshole, and that's really it. That's the whole drama.
I hate those people.
No, he was obnoxious. So I would say probably worse than my internet issues just on that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There's not much else to say. He's kind of just a dickhead, and he also, like, when he made his apology response video, he, like, says, my mental health was not in the right place, and, I just gotta get my mental health in check. I'm like, okay, dude, cool. Thanks.
Right.
This guy, the batshit crazy guy, a messenger of truth, where he's, like, the religious lolcow that Papa reacts to, the religious debate bro. He's gonna go and love Sabra because he says that gay and trans people are abominations. He doesn't seem that concerned with pedophilia, though. He doesn't seem that too concerned with it. I wonder why. Because I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that there's no age of consent in religion. But yeah, yeah, this guy's a total weirdo. So I'm gonna put him in Love Sabra.
Good call.
I don't know who this person is. I saw Papa Gut cover her briefly, but I didn't tune into it, so I'm going to put her in Forgot You Existed.
Okay. I'm not going to say nothing about her.
I don't know anything about her either. Oh god, YMS is an easy love, Sabra. Easy.
Oh man, it hurts so much because I was a huge fan of YMS.
Yeah, I remember seeing I Hate Everything shout out this guy a lot. That's how I knew of him.
Yeah, they had a podcast together. I independently, like, I was, they were both huge movie reviewers. They both came up around the same time. YMS's old content is so fucking good. So, amazingly rewatchable content that he has, and a very fun analysis he does on movies.
But seeing him defend having sex with dogs and animals is fucking insane. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That means extra to you since you're a dog avatar.
Yeah, I guess so. My wolf avatar, bro.
Take
YMS.
it personally.
I ain't splitting my cheeks for YMS. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
All right, this next woman. Oh, I remember her. I think she made like a video talking about how she got into like art, and Papa Gut reacted to her, and she basically was talking about how like, oh, it's tough to get a job in the art industry with AI replacing everything, and it's just tough, like, and I think Papa Gut got like annoyed at her because like she needed to get a job or something.
Damn, brutal Papa Gut.
I mean, I think, what was it? One of Papa Gut's viewers, Willow Amnesty, actually brought up an interesting point that I think is worth talking about.
Shout out to Willow.
Shout out to Willow if you're watching this. I'm sure you are. But Willow brought up a point about how, like, it's tough to get a job in the art industry, in any creative art. And I actually do sympathize with that because I studied film in high school, not in high school, in college. So any creative art industry is just going to be tough to get, like, a job, especially with, like, AI replacing everything. And they're all competitive businesses. So it's tough. I do sympathize on that level. She kind of, like, was a little bit whiny, but I might take her, leave her in 2026. That's kind of how I feel about her.
Fair enough.
I don't think she's a bad person or anything, but, like, put a little more effort in, maybe, is all. Yeah. Oh, Internet Versus. What do you think?
Yeah, I was excited to see this person. I feel like the coverage is great. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to just read the tweets,
Pretty much.
They see both sides of the argument. I feel like Internet Versus covers everything very well.
Yeah, generally speaking. I mean, they had a separate commentary channel called Exate for a bit before Internet Versus. And that was like a separate commentary channel where he actually did give his opinions on stuff. But he's non-biased, and I know Boblax is frustrated at the fact that Internet Versus kind of did the whole reading tweets thing. It is what it is.
Did Boblax come up with it first?
Before. I think for a while the story was that Internet Versus was the editor for Boblax. And then I think 6 months after training or knowing how to do it, I think Internet Versus just did it like right after. So.
Damn.
I mean, in all fairness, you can't really trademark the content of reading tweets because that is technically a genre of content. It's just that Internet Versus can do it very well. So, yeah. I think he's fine. I'd play at the arcade with him. He seems chill.
Okay, I put him as lovable as Disney.
Ah, interesting. Okay. Oh, Nick is not green. I feel bad about Nick is not green. We talked about him in your first part.
Yes.
And now we're finally here with Nick is not green. Nick is not green is infamously known for co-signing the false allegations. Or not, should I say false allegations? It was complicated. It wasn't false, but the accuser lied about so much other things and used her sexual assault allegations as a way to cancel like people at Super Mega. She weaponized it to try to cancel other people at Super Mega. And Nick is not green basically co-signed all of it, and he like ran that narrative on his channel, and he got insane amounts of heat on the internet for it, like overwhelmingly so. And I think he's apologized. I think he's learned from it. He's tried to do better, but I feel like the problem is that he keeps responding to the drama. He keeps talking about the drama and making it about, like, he keeps making his personality about the drama. So I think he means well. I actually would play at the arcade with him. I think he's a generally good guy and he means well, but I don't think he's he just needs to make content again.
He has a great head of hair. I'll give him that. He
does. He actually is not a bad looking guy. All right, this next guy made a video. I don't know his name, but he made a video essay on I think the political spectrum, how at one point he was very right-leaning, but then he shifted away, and Papa Gut really liked him. I remember him. He seems fairly intellectual, but I don't remember every single point, so I might just take and leave him into 2026.
Gotcha. Last three, let's do it.
All right, last three. Roman Hawk. So Roman Hawk's situation's interesting. There was like a TikTok story that happened where there's like allegations where they mistreated their animal or whatever. There might be like a level of truth to that. What else? Like, was it the ferret?
A furry?
Yes, Roman Hawk is a furry. Apparently they did like OnlyFans content. They got famous during COVID, and they thought that was going to be like the way forward, but then they stopped getting as many viewers once people started going outside more. And, you know, Papa Gut did a very productive interview that made me see Roman Hawk in a very different light. Like, at first, in the first coverage of it, I thought, wow, these allegations kind of seem fucked up. But then Papa Gut interviewed Roman Hawk, and it was very productive, and it got me to see them in a different light. And I think that they can turn a new leaf and actually do fairly well. I don't think they're beyond redemption. So I actually would play at the arcade with them. They seem pretty chill.
Awesome. Very good. Very good.
All right, last two. Mama Gut and Papa Gut.
Hell yeah.
So let's... I mean, Mama Gut, I assume Mama Gut loves herself, right? So as my wife's a fan.
So.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't know, like, she would be a fan of herself, right? She should be. So at the top tier, there's not really much to say. I mean, Mama Gut is goated. I guess the extent of my exposure to Mama Gut is the fact that she would send shorts in Papa Gut's Discord about like just like these mukbang videos. And I remember one of the mukbang videos I was like so grossed out by. I was like, God damn it, why do I have to watch this? Because he was like making, I think one of the mukbang videos was like the person in that video was like eating on their camera, and like you could hear like the moisturizing noises of them chewing and stuff. It was like so weird.
I'm a big fan of mukbang content, so I'm super on Mama Gut's side on that stuff.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't think all mukbang content is bad, but that one in particular was awful. That one was... I had to sit out over that one a little bit. But listen, nothing against Mama Gut, obviously. No shit talking. Listen, if there's one thing you don't do, you don't shit talk a man's wife. Unless it's Anissa. Then it's justified. But aside from that, shit talking a man's wife is a low blow. That's how I see it.
It's not a man's wife in the Anissa and Ian Joma. It's more like a wife's husband.
True, because I mean, he took her last name. All right, last up, Papa Gut. I mean,
Papa Gut.
Where else are we gonna rank him? I think I'm gonna.
He's a great dude. Such a nice guy for even like interacting with his fans the level that he does. He was on my show and I was able to interview him. That's super cool for a Papa Gut. I had like maybe like 2,000 something subscribers at the time, so that was super cool of him to do so.
Yeah, I mean, like, there was no other place that he was going to get ranked at, right? Like, his wife is obviously a fan of him. She married the guy, for fuck's sake, so... I mean, like, his wife's a fan, we're fans, everybody's a fan of Papa Gut, and that's a very good way to end off the tier list. So this is our final tier list. Looking at everything from top to bottom... I would say everything is pretty accurate. I think doing this tier list, if there's one thing I want to take away before we conclude this video, is that it's crazy how much drama I remember and how much drama I don't remember. It really does put that into perspective.
For me, it's interesting on the stuff that I tune in, because I do recognize I did end up putting a lot of people on Forgot You Existed, because there's just so much goddamn content. It just blows me away. And a lot of this stuff, I feel like this is all stuff talked about this year. All of this stuff is like recent drama too. So it's not even including all the other previous years of Papa Gut content.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think just like there's a lot of really important stuff that he talked about this year. I think the Cameron F305 stuff was important, even if it was bad, like very stupid allegations. I think it was an important conversation. I think the whole Dan Clancy TwitchCon stuff was important. I think talking about Taylor Lorenz and how, like, a lot of problem with a lot of content creators is that they spew a lot of disinformation. Having people like Papa Gut's like very refreshing to like kind of flesh all that shit out.
Also, best gaming channel on YouTube, Papa Gut.
True. And, I mean, listen, let's just hope that they don't rage him to the point where he says slurs on stream. So,
I hope not. This man needs a button. I feel like he's gonna have a hardware problem so bad one day that he might just end up doing it. Who knows?
Hey, Papa Gut's chat. Type 1 in chat if you think Papa Gut needs a button, or type 2 if you don't think he needs it at all. I'm curious if you're reacting to this by any chance. But that's going to do it. Alex the Fiction, thank you so much for coming on here and doing this with me. This was very nice. Guys, if you haven't seen part 1, I'm assuming everyone who's watching this has already seen part 1. But in case you haven't, that's going to be left in the description below. So go to Alex the Fiction's channel, subscribe to him, and watch part 1. And Alex the Fiction has a bunch of other H3 content. If you're a fan of H3 or Ethan Klein, you're going to love Alex the Fiction. I would say that his content will be for you. And he does streams almost every night, like very frequently. He's on live at night, Eastern time. At least where I'm at. But in Pacific time, he's just live late as well. So, guys, go check him out.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Icon. I had a lot of fun doing this tier list with you, and look forward to working with you in the future.
Absolutely. Same. Thank you so much for coming on here, and thanks for allowing me to come onto your channel.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. Later.